No one knows the value of adoption more than my next guest, Malcolm Farley. Now, Malcolm he's a great artist. Malcolm, I am so excited to meet you. I don't know what I'm more jealous about, your artistic ability, your performance ability, or that you look handsome without hair. I don't know. You just, I got to ask you something.
Right.
How do you get to be so famous? Really? Does someone look at you and say, come on, kid, you made it? How do you do it?
Oh, wow, I wish it was that easy. You know, I think the whole reason I'm sitting here for the first place with the adoption exchange is I live in gratitude. You know, I was adopted early in life. My parents...
How old were you?
I was 9 months. But I was adopted into a family that was global educators. So I grew up and I lived in Africa, I lived in China, I lived in India. I went to the base camp of Mount Everest at 15.
Wow.
You know, I've walked, you know, the Great Wall of China.
You hit the lottery.
I hit the lottery, and you know, that's why I'm here to talk. It's like this with a lot of underprivileged kids through art, you know, projects and things like that. And I think the one thing that's always the universal undertone to everything is they just want to be loved, you know. And I walked into a situation that was, you know, guided obviously, and what an amazing experience. I mean, they opened the doors for me, not just a little bit, they opened the whole gambit. And, you know, so as I go through life, it's just nothing but a thank you.
Gratitude.
Yeah, gratitude, you got it, yep.
Now, when did you start painting?
Oh, I've been painting since I was a kid. My mother, just before she passed away last year, opened up a trunk of stuff that she had saved. My dad was an elementary educator at the time, and so he'd bring home the pencils and the crayons from school every day, and I just had been doing it. And it, you know, it was always the balance between sports and art, and sports and art, sports and art, sports and art.
Because you were pretty big in college with
Yeah,
sports.
it was pretty good, yeah. And, you know, so since the next level was, well, I somewhat attained it, but unattainable. I painted, and they always say paint what you know best. So I started out painting the Super Bowls and the Olympics, and you know, it led to, I played tenor saxophone for a lot of years. My parents were musically inclined, and so that led to the Grammy situation.
Yeah.
So I've always painted what I loved. But you know what? You know, we're all given gifts. But it's the parental guidance that nurtures these gifts, that takes them and expands them. My dad, you know, was always pushing me this way or pushing me that way and pushing me. I think, and it really kind of interestingly enough, I think I'm finding that adopted, you know, it's a generalization, but adopted kids in a lot of ways are more driven. I think I always sensed, and not in a big way, not like it was a mental scar or anything.
Right.
But I always sensed, so why would someone just leave me?
No, you got to think that.
So
you have to think that.
Like, what's wrong with it?
When did you find out you were adopted?
Oh, I've known since I could remember. You know, and they were educators, and you know, they were always trying to see if I always chose not to know who my biological parents were.
So what do you think? There are children 9, 10, 11, 12. They're not all babies. They're not all 9 months. Do you think that's ever too late to make a difference in someone's life?
Oh, no, that's why I'm sitting here, you know. Wow, just to have, I mean, as you're getting ready, especially this day and time, where you're getting ready to take that leap out into the, quote, real world. Yeah. Wow, you know, if you can have 3 or 4 years with some grounding, I mean, that's the one thing that I just give so much thanks for, was the grounding they provided, you know. Was it exceptional? Were they wealthy? No, they were 2 school teachers on school teacher salaries, you know.
Yeah, but they were rich in other ways.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Did you have siblings?
Yeah, I have a sister who's biologically theirs, we're basically 6 months apart. So, you know, it's like they went through all these, you know, trials and tribulations of trying to have a child. And then along came me, you know, they were by the river one day in this basket.
And the stress is off.
By, you know? And so then the stress was off and they had her. So we're very, very close, you know.
Did they say why they adopted? Was it because biologically they could not have children?
Yep.
Now there are other people who adopt just to adopt, and you've met plenty of those. And those people think about it. They want to open their families. They want to open their hearts. And the adoption exchange, of course, is open to anyone who wants children.
That's what I love. Yeah.
And we really appreciate your support of the organization. I'd like to know, when did you really feel that having a family was important? Now, I mean, really consciously, did you say to yourself, you know, I could have been an orphan, or I could have been in a home somewhere? When did you actually think about that?
Oh, I think it was always in underlying, and as you develop your mental capabilities, I don't think I don't ever remember thinking about it. It was always something that was on my mind.
Grateful.
Grateful, oh yeah. And then, it was so funny because we got on this Greek freighter from the harbor in New York City going around the tip of, we're in the water for 9 weeks on this Greek freighter. Wow. And as we pulled away, I thought, wow. First of all, what am I doing this for?
Yeah.
Where are they taking me? And thank God I have a family to, help me through this thing, So we were very close. I lost both of them last 2 years ago. So it was an amazing experience, And now as a father myself,
yes.
Wow. I think that's always the foremost thing in my mind, is being a father. And I was recently inducted in this Hall of Fame thing, and the person that announced me into the Hall of Fame and said, before you go, he may have been this, this, and this, but his best tribute attribute is being a father,
And what would you say to parents thinking about adopting? I mean, I guess you can't really put it into words because you don't know what your life would have been like without it.
No, but
just do it, maybe.
I was just going to say, just do it. I mean, you were thinking about it just before you got on. I said, man, what a great gift. I mean, it's a gift to you. It's a gift to your children. It's a gift. Wow, it's a gift to the world. It's giving back.
Now, we talked about how the Adoption Exchange, they do stories about children who want to be adopted, and here we have some right now.
That's great.
You ready, Brandon? Can you put him in?
3-year-old Brandon looks like a little angel with his sweet face and curly-Q auburn hair.
Can you put the train in, Brandon?
But Brandon needs a guardian angel or two of his own, parents who will be patient and kind in helping Brandon develop.
Yay!
Brandon is autistic and receives different types of therapy.
Good job, Brandon.
All done.
All done?
But he's come a long way in his young life.
He just works very hard at the things that he does in the day, and it just makes you smile when he can accomplish them.
Ooh, that one went really far down.
Brandon loves to play in a small, structured, safe environment.
Now, you like for it to stay down, don't you?
Safe is exactly what this little boy needs to feel with his forever family. With their support and love, who knows what he can do.
Woo! Nice.
Well, he's just one neat little kid.
Malcolm, I want to thank you for being here. It really is an honor.
Pleasure.
An honor.
My pleasure.
And we had one of your beautiful paintings here, and we'll show that. And by the way, we have more coming up, more exciting things, more children to highlight, and of course, more entertainment. So stay tuned. We'll be back right after this.
What a fun job.